In this video, we're reviewing the SimplyFood recipe setup. The recipe is where you manage all components, also known as ingredients or non-stock items such as labor, overhead, or any non-stock items that are used to make your finished product. A recipe can be for either a final product or a sub-product that will go into the final production. The recipe screen also controls default information needed for the production run. Let's review. By clicking on the recipes link, it will give you a list of all recipes that have been established. This inquiry will allow you to see many recipes at once with some of the production defaults. A couple of things to note on this screen is the fact that I can search and filter for certain items. For example, I can search by the word salsa, or I can sort by the production room. I can also use the side panel to modify a recipe quickly from this screen. Back on the recipe list, note that I can have multiple revisions of a recipe. Examples of a revision are different batch sizes, different production areas, made versus purchased ingredients, or possibly seasonality of ingredients. There is no limit to the number of revisions you can store per recipe. Each time you produce this item, you would simply pick the revision for that production run. Let's review the mild salsa recipe in detail. This recipe is defined to be the ingredients to make one case of 6 16-ounce containers. Back at the header, I could default the production area and the economic batch quantity. Both selections will default into the production run but can be overridden. You can set the number of days to sell by for reporting purposes and the days until expiration, which will be used automatically by the system to calculate the expiration date from the production date. You could define production notes both at the header or at the component level to print on the production reports for the production team. Each ingredient can have a sequence number defined to keep them in a certain order. Your component quantity for the item is defined, but you can also define a waste percentage to be auto-calculated in addition to your component quantity. This is good if you always anticipate waste, but do not want to alter your natural recipe ingredient quantity. Lastly, all non-stock components can also be captured. This can be items such as labor or other non-stock items such as pallets. This will help you capture cost of items into your production run that are not counted as part of your inventory.